Peace and welcome, Gemini. This is Water-Trine Flow. This is an after V-Day reading for Gemini. And this is just, I was wondering what happened after Valentine's. Valentine's was on a weekend. So we had more time to get into the energy of it per se. And I was just wondering, did people find love? Were people returning the exes? Is this the time people are seeing their side pieces? It's just, after Valentine's Day, what's popping off out there in love. So I've shuffled beforehand, Gemini. I'll cut now and we'll get into the spread. Bottom of the deck, Five of Swords. So possibly Swords is air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Five of Swords can speak to gossiping, negative thoughts. It's kind of like a card of loss, of defeat, being defeated. Okay. And I'm going to say, your person and you, Gemini, but of course the energy can be either or nor. It really just depends. And if it seems familiar to you and you can take something from it, please. And if not, thank you for watching, right? So, okay. Your person is showing up as the King of Wands, a fiery, passionate, inspired leader. So your person is showing up like, yeah, I'm here for you, baby. I'm ready. Passionate. But also with this, Five of Swords on the bottom of the deck, the King of Wands can at times have a lot of passion. What they can feel is more, passion than one woman or one person can handle. So that's how your person's showing up, the King of Wands. And Gemini, you're showing up as the Eight of Cups, walking away. Possibly you're like, yo, you're a freaking king. You really are. But that's that one thing that's like a deal breaker for me, whether it's them being passionate about their creativity, like, they could be married to the music if they're a musician or something like that. But whatever it is that steals their passion from you, you're like, that's not going to work for me. So Eight of Cups, I'm going to have to move on from this situation. Even though I do find a great deal of emotional satisfaction here, I hate to go, but I got to go. That's how you're showing up. Okay. And the nature of the relationship itself is showing up as the Page of Pentacles. So I feel like either this is a new relationship that was established, like, there was some new King of Wands, and this is fire energy. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, possibly some King of Wands showed up in your life, Gemini, and, they were like, can we? Do you think we could possibly get together and build something? And Gemini, you were like, no, probably not. And you walked away. You're like, no, I don't think so. This is kind of new. Or maybe you were like, let me check it out. Let me see. Let me kind of get to know you. And what you got to know about them, Gemini, was that they're a player. And you were like, I think I'm going to pass on it. Okay. So they're showing up as the King of Wands. How is it they really feel? They feel 10 of Wands on the inside. So, like, honestly, possibly they feel like, I am too much for one person to handle. I am too much for one person to handle. I got all of this. Like, I need to sow my wild seeds. I got all this loving, got all this D for somebody. So, like, they like, I got love to give, girl. I got wood slime. I'm so horrible. Like, I don't mean it flippantly. Like, I really don't. But that's how they feeling. They like, I gotta share the load. with everyone, not just you. You can't just handle this. Or possibly even they feel like, Gemini, if you feel too emotionally invested in them, they like, nah, I can't, that's too much for me. I want to keep it sexy. I want to keep it physical. I don't want physical responsibilities, Gemini. And possibly this is you, Gemini, feeling like, you really like someone, but they don't have a lot of money and they got a lot of responsibilities. So you can't really deal with that, even though you're very passionate about them. Okay, the person, Gemini, you, Eight of Cups, moving away from the situation. How you really feel is the Three of Pentacles. I honestly get that feeling. So possibly it's you, Gemini. You're like, I would love to get into this with you. I'm attracted to you. I find you very attractive, but you're lacking in stability. This whole situation is lacking in stability. And, it's too much of a burden to deal with this situation. And so although I really hate to go, because I really would, Three of Pentacles, I really would like to work with you. Even though I hate to go, I gotta go. Eight of Cups. Also with the Three of Pentacles, and I was gonna say in this Ten of Wands, like this person may be, what is it? It's not polyamorous. It's like whatever, when they're actually married to more than one person, right? So this may be something you're like, no, I can't. That's too much for me to hop into, right? Gemini, you might be like, that's a lot for me. Okay, so what action will be taken? The Queen of Swords. Gemini, this is like your energy, Aries, or I'm going to say Aries, Leo, Sag. So this is definitely Aries you could be dealing with here with that King of Wands. But this is the Queen of Swords. And the Queen is like, you know what, King? You hiding all that physical accoutrement. Like I see you. I see your physicality. But where you really at? Where you really at? I can't deal with it. I can't deal with, you see in the background the people kissing. The Queen's like, Gemini's like, I can't deal with all that extraness. So the action is going to be taken is the Queen of Swords. Yeah. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. Because somebody's like, this is too much of a burden to deal with somebody who's this old and don't know how to keep their thing in check. This is too much of a burden. This action will be taken by whom? Oh, Gemini. And it's almost like Gemini's like, I was going to start working with you. This is kind of a new relationship, right? So Gemini's like, it's almost like the person's like, yeah, I got Gemini where I want them. And Gemini's like, yeah, you do. Yeah. And then Gemini, you just kind of ghost them. You just kind of cut the whole thing off. You're like, it's in the beginning stages anyway. And, he all out here with all these chicks and stuff. Like, you like this other person. They busy with all this other stuff they doing. I think I'm going to just, slide out. I'm going to slide out, exit stage left. Under the cover of night, under my cloak, I will leave. I'm not supposed to be laughing, right, Gemini? But Gemini's like, like a ghost in the night. I've made this best logical choice for me to ghost your ass. Dun, dun, dun. You lost one. All right, Gemini. So it looks like, unfortunately, you're after Valentine's, or fortunately, because, it's always good to learn quickly from an experience. And, when it's time to move on through it, move on through it. So, Gemini, it looks like you found someone, highly inspirational and passionate person, but just not the ticket for you. Okay, let's get a happy card. Let's get a happy card, Gemini. for After V-Day, February 2020. Love reading. Gemini. Power thought card is... Gemini power thought card is... I love and approve of myself. You know, sometimes you can love yourself. You like, look, I love myself too much to deal with this. I don't even care if you like super fine and all of that. Like, it's just too much to bear. Okay, it says, I appreciate all that I do. I am good enough just as I am. I speak up for myself. I ask for what I want. I claim my power. That's what this looks like. That looks like someone claiming their power. And speaking up for themselves. Speaking up for themselves. That's what this is. Someone who says, I am so tired of carrying the burden of, you know, you cheating on me or burdening me with your comments, you know, or your actions that make it seem like I'm not enough for you. Okay? Somebody, and I feel like it's Gemini, is like, I'm done with that now. And I don't even have to tell you I'm done. I'm just out on this relationship. Peace out. Okay, Gemini. That is your After V-Day reading. Thank you so much for watching. I have new subscribers. Thank you so much. I think that's amazing. People are subscribing to my channel. So if you're a new subscriber, thank you. Please check the box below. Peace.